I am back. Looks like everything is working theoretically. So hopefully some folks will file in. It would be wonderful to see some of you to check out what is going on in my world here. Looks like I've got some pumpkins to harvest. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that right now. We'll see what we can do there while we wait. I do have a lot of stuff to take care of on today's stream. Looks like I am lagging a little bit, but we'll see if that endures at all. Got a big turkey guy over there. Yes, I know. Oh, and that just broke. Patiently waiting for thorium sickles or adamantite sickles. That would be nice. Guess I can just get these by hand for now. There we go. Building. First and foremost, this needs to go away. And I have so much stuff in my inventory. Let's see what we can get rid of. Just kind of coming through all of my chests here. We'll go first person for that. There we go. And got rid of quite a bit of it. Fantastic. A little bit of firewood left. Some more pumpkin seeds there. Don't need a crude short bow. Crossbow can come down here. And we'll just go from there. Let me just check some stuff over here. It should be all set. What is going on with this thing? Thought I had. I need to fix one thing on my end over here. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to get much of anything figured out in terms of what I can see on my end. I don't want to miss messages. That's for sure. So we're gonna pop that in here. Perfect. I think I can see everything now. Okay, so theoretically, I should be able to see when folks join. And I should be able to see the chat as it pops up in there. So that'll be good too. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. I think that is going well. I know I'm 10 minutes before my normal stream time. But that's why I come here a little bit early, so I can understand what is going on. How are the trees? I'm trying to figure that out. We just started like a couple minutes ago, so I'm guessing they're looks like they are stage 1 already for most of them. Yeah, all of them have grown a little bit. So we are in progress with the experiment. One thing I had thought of, I think if there's stone underneath the ground where the root system takes hold, I think the stone will prevent it from growing up as well. So that might be something to check. Also, one thing I like to do with my trees when I actually do plant them to grow them to get the wood from them is I will place a couple blocks of dirt like just pillar up just 2 blocks of dirt and then plot my tree on that. That way, when the root system does take hold, it takes those 2 blocks of dirt instead of, instead of still taking all the dirt underneath or getting stone in the way or whatever. I don't know why your trees are bugged. I might suggest maybe cut them down completely. You might have to sacrifice that you won't get any wood from them. You might just get twigs and stuff. But like, sometimes it just, stops doing what it's supposed to be doing. And bugs out a little bit. So maybe that was one of those times, right? Okay. I need to quickly plant. What are this chili seed bags? We're gonna do 100 of them quick. Because it is getting dark. I want to sleep and I want to take care of some other stuff. These are all growing nicely. I think if I go on an adventure and come back, the trees will likely have matured on this side. Again, no clue why your trees are not behaving at all. I missed 2. I missed 3. Where's the other one? There we go. They're already watered, so I don't need to water them again. Should be all set there. You flatten down a large area, so it really is a layer of stone with a layer of dirt on top. Yeah, you might need 2 or 3 layers of dirt, honestly. That is almost certainly the issue at that point. Because even the redwood trees, when I plant them, if I don't have 2 layers of dirt exclusively underneath it, or at least, air and or dirt underneath it, it won't grow because it requires that space under there in order to have that root system grow. So that's probably exactly what it is. Honestly, you can pillar up and then have just one floating dirt block if you wanted to get silly with it. And then the tree will grow and the root system will take hold in the air. And all you have to do is break 1 piece of wood and the whole tree comes tumbling down, which is an efficient way of doing the farming for trees themselves, for the wood. It looks silly, but again, if you're going for the utility, I think the utility of making trees grow in the air and then only having to get 1 block of wood out of it to get the whole tree down would be a huge time saver. Yeah, you don't want to waste time digging up a huge area for all of that if you just want to have a nice efficient tree farm. I did find some videos online about if you stagger them a certain way, you can maximize the efficiency of the area that you grow your trees in, and it just makes it more efficient. But unless you're building a ton of stuff, you don't need a ton of wood. Or at least a ton of trees, especially if you're growing redwood just for the wood itself, so you can power your furnaces without having to worry about it. You really don't have to think too much about having 30 different trees growing simultaneously. It feels like a little bit overboard at that point, but some people just want to have a ton of trees available. I can't fault them for that. Alright. I'll put food in there. That's fine. I have a chest of stuff here. Put my chest in there. I'll drag my antidote down there just in case. And my seeds, I believe, are over here. There we go. Now I'll put a mushroom in there too. That's fine. Well, I mean, sleep is important. Honestly, I'm pretty sure you will be able to figure it out next time you hop on. I don't think you need to get out of your cozy space to take care of that this moment, but I get the desire to. It's fun to figure things out in this game. I'm still struggling with the how do mobs spawn outside of the like specific structural spawn points, right? Like the golem down below. And trying to get a logical overview of that system so that way I can be like, well, if I replace all this grass with, you know, my own dirt paths and like maybe if I build a little structure here and there, that will stop the skeletons from spawning or something, right? So I'm just trying to figure that out. So we'll see kind of where my experimentations lead me with that. I haven't really been seeing too many people talk about that sort of spawn yet. A lot of people have just been talking about, well, the structural spawns, the things that spawn in the structures themselves. This is how you take care of them. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what happens there. All right, I think I'm about ready to go to bed here right now. Hit the wrong button. There we go. And then I think I need to go and get my other teleporter. Let's see where that was left. Do I have enough? I don't need this cauliflower, that's for sure. I have enough arrows for now. Put that in there. Good to go. Okay. Just take a moment of blinding light seeing through the world, and this has happened to me before. Let's see, where when you teleport, it completely gets rid of the world. I have to quit to the main menu in order to fix this. That shouldn't break much of anything. So we'll see kind of, hopefully it all comes back. Wonder if you can make mob farms like in Minecraft by building a dark room over an ocean. I would say no. Like, unless you want rats and maybe mole rats and maybe bats, I guess. Because from what I understand, the mob spawning in caves is linked to darkness in some variety. But like, I was in the dinosaur area underneath the volcanoes in the devastated lands before, and I was farming crystals that were in the ceiling. And to do that safely, I was building a platform like a few blocks underneath the crystals, and what that did was it created its own little cave system at the ceiling level. And as I was breaking through rocks and stuff like that, and I was keeping things dark, I was just carrying a torch like I am right now, dinosaurs started spawning in that cave. Nowhere near the ground level where the dinosaurs normally spawn. So that kind of added to my theory that specifically under a certain like Y level, I'm guessing, things will spawn within a certain zone, right? So you could probably farm dinosaurs that way, is my guess. I don't know if you could make it so they automatically like fall into a pit where you can kill them easily, right? That would be an interesting thing. But I mean, they do have the spike traps, so they do have a way to, like some mobs summon wolves, for instance. You can have the mobs that summon the things stuck somewhere, and it'll keep on going and summoning wolves. The wolves will come to your hiding spot. They won't be able to hit you, but then they die from spike traps right now. Once they fix the AI, though, that's not going to be feasible because I doubt they're going to let them just kind of meander into spike traps, right? So it'd be an interesting experiment, that's for sure. Okay. I've got my teleporter back, which is what I needed. I can remove my horse marker. And let's see, where am I? Since I'm up here already, I'm gonna go to this tower. Potential tower. And we'll kind of see if that's gonna be a feasible location to farm some frost essences. Very much like it to be. So we'll see what I can find coming through here. Oh, hello. Little cave with a bugged fish. Sure. We'll just leave him there. And a bear apparently spawning out of the ground. I do need the heavy leathers, though. There we go. So as I'm coming through here, I've got so many apples. I'm going to eat an apple pie just so I have the stamina to run continuously, practically. Okay, I don't need to fight the moose. There's another bear. Don't know why I wasn't able to do another strength attack, but that's all right. So basically, right now I need a bunch of hides, heavy hides. I need some red cinder cloth, scraps, some frost essences, and some fire essences. The cinder cloth and fire essences are going to go hand in hand at the devastated lands. I also need some thorium, but I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. I also need gold. I also will not worry about that right now. Okay, so this is over this glacier a little bit. I see a tree. Perfect. Let me see if I can get through here. Bounce. There we go. The gold, I need the gold for my alchemy workbench to upgrade it to a tier 2 alchemy workbench. So that way I can make the greater healing potions. And I need 10 greater healing potions in order to make a healing totem. All right, we're gonna go straight down here. That was fun. I am running through thorns, but that's okay. All right, We're on the lookout for these skeleton guys. These will give me my frost essences. We're also on the lookout for bears. And don't know if there's anything else in this area that's going to be really big to watch out for. I know a whole bunch of moose right there. Oh. Always forget about the thorny bushes. It is a bear. Okay. Kind of hard to tell when they are laying on the ground like that. All right, the Everfrost. Okay, so this isn't quite the structure I was picturing, but it might be fruitful in and of itself. It's gonna be those guys again. Oh, this is basically the same mine structure that I had down south a little bit more. I don't even know if I need these guys right now. I've got all the cobalt I need, and these guys, they really like to team up on you. Polar bears usually give a hefty amount of hides, which is good. Okay, so if that is the case, this is no longer useful. There are a couple city outposts of sorts. This looks like a fishing outpost. Gosh, it's hard to tell what's over here. This might be something to look out for. Let's make our way over there. And kind of see what is in that general location. I'm seeing some blood roses or something over here. Oh yeah, these are good. Blood leaves. Oh, hello. Apparently they followed me. They are very persistent. Of course, I can barely see through the snowy trees here. But at the very least, everything that's not a polar bear is pretty easy to see. Because the other thing to watch out for are the saber-toothed tigers that are up here. Have gotten any of the armor they drop? I did get a shield, I believe. So I do have the Doomed Outlander shield already. Not too terribly useful when I'm usually supporting a torch or daggers right now. And I believe I'm already past the usefulness of the other armor. I did get a chest piece, I believe. Maybe a helmet? I can't remember. Nice. 2 for 1. I can't wait for the adamantite daggers, though. That's usually 2 hits only for the bears and whatnot. Is this where I'm supposed to be? There's a lot of these slate structures around. It feels... This is a temple. That's what this is. This is a northern wilderness temple with a different type of golem inside. It's Mandaloo. Welcome. Yeah, it's we are in the frozen north here trying to find a wizard's tower for some frost essences right now, but I am getting sidetracked a little bit because I have not been to one of these in this world yet. Apparently my mouse doesn't like to charge the attacks every now and then. I think we'll trade in some of our memories while we're here. Andy, you have an armor stand mod? Oh, that's cool. So you're collecting armor sets and placing them? I'd be willing to bet they're going to add armor stands to the game. It only feels natural since you can basically place everything you want in creative mode and resize them and rotate them and do all sorts of wild stuff with it. I hear that they're probably going to be bringing some of the creative tools and like flexibility of placement of things to the exploration mode, which would be phenomenal. I just want to be able to resize and rotate things. I don't think that's too much to ask. Let's see, I gotta find where that other chest is. There are always two chests in the temples. There we go. Oh, that bat just... I don't know why the bat jump scared me, but I was not expecting to see movement down here. But that's another one of those examples. This temple is very poorly lit in a lot of spaces, so bats and rats will spawn down here. If I lit this up completely, I'd be willing to bet the bats and rats would stop spawning. A snow leopard. Yeah, there it is. Not a saber-toothed tiger. Although it is around here and stalking me, and that's no fun. Okay, bear, don't chase the bunnies. It's a bad bear. Well, now where are you going? Jeepers. Making me work for my heavy hides. Okay, so that temple was a no-go. This is now, I'm facing towards there. That is a little outpost. It looks like off in the distance. Still not seeing what I need, though. This is an interesting little... It must be silver or something. Big silver deposit. I don't think I need to worry about those. Yeah, I'm not really seeing much of anything around here that is tower shaped. Unfortunately, I didn't luck out that much. A lot of outposts though, which are nice. No big obvious, hey, I'm a mage tower shapes out in here. A lot of pits though, that's for sure. And a lot of these little outposts, which probably lead to something interesting, but I don't really need to worry too much about that. Yeah, it does almost look like an eye. Okay, so now I'm stuck way up north. I only have 6 essences. I don't believe these outposts around here are filled with skeletons. I'm pretty sure all these little cities are filled to the brim with those guys that are just relentless. So I might just avoid them for now because it's not worth the trouble. I do enjoy getting some cobalt while I'm here though. There we go. just go up here. Kind of scope things out a little bit. Don't think I need to get to those mountains at all. I see a tower in the distance, but that is a... I don't know if you can see it on the corner side of my screen there. It is just another outpost. There is some interesting stuff in there, but I'm not super interested. That's when I get full adamantite that I'll come back here and just see what I can do. So for now, we can get some of these blood leaves because I know I'm going to need dozens upon dozens of them later. This is the best area to get blood leaves, in my opinion, and the red petals that come with them when you break them, because there's such a stark contrast with the red and the white. It's so easy to see during the daytime. Like, right through the trees, I could see it there, no problem. I love Hytale. Welcome, Caroline. Yeah, this game's a lot of fun. You gotta accept that it's a little buggy right now, and you gotta accept that it's not feature full at all. But I do really enjoy the combat. I enjoy the exploration. I enjoy the gathering of things that I need. Yeah, it is. It's right now you can get the base game for $20, and that gives you everything that you need. All of the enhanced versions only give you extra cosmetics and stuff for your character, and that completely unnecessary to enjoying the game. It is nice if you can afford it to give them a little bit more, like I did, but 100% unnecessary. I have been just kind of figuring out how the game has been working, figuring out like the mechanics for spawning is one of the biggest things I'm trying to figure out, and then trying to progress and gain some skill with actual building later. Once I get my adamantite gear, I need to for sure start working on an actual base and have it be at least a little bit aesthetic. Right now I'm just kind of camping in the first temple that I come across in the game, and it's relatively safe there, relatively safe area. Plus it spawned the temple in the middle of a river, which I liked. So there's a big river running right underneath the bridges, which is really cool. All right, I was just wanted to get over to this coast here. I'm gonna duck down and hope I don't slide off to my death as I take a peek at the map and see what is across the way here. Now, could that be a temple? I doubt it. Don't really see anything over there. There is a little rounded shape. Polo, welcome for spawning. It seems like the game creates specific points where monsters can spawn. Yeah, in structures there are specific spawn points. It has specific spawn points in structures. I haven't been able to figure out how it works in the open world at all. And I know it's not like light related at all, except for I do know that rats generally don't spawn in the light from what I've seen. And you can have structures like man-made caves that don't spawn things, but then you can have other man-made caves that do. So it feels like there's got to be some rhyme or reason to it, but I just haven't figured it fully out yet. Specific locks, not by darkness or anything. Yeah. So like if I place down a huge wooden platform, that should stop a lot of things from spawning in that area, is my thought, right? But like, what if that platform is like 4 blocks above the ground? Does that do anything? Is it like a certain radius around player-built platforms? Oh, hello, Yeti. Let's see if I can safely take him out. As he slowly makes his way down to me. No? Okay. Okay. One more. Nope, one more. Okay, I was wrong. That's like 4+ essences. Or heavy hides? No, only 3. That's it. Let's see, Polo made a base inside a mountain, and when they made a floor floating on a part that was an opening to a cave, it started spawning mobs. Yeah, because I was talking earlier that I was mining crystals in the dinosaur area and at the ceiling level, and I built a platform to be safe, like 5 blocks below the crystals, and once those crystals' light was gone, it started spawning dinosaurs up there. Which surprised me. And then I started placing torches. And then once I had the torches up there, it stopped spawning dinosaurs up there specifically. So like maybe it's a combination of light in some cases, but also you know, certain blocks in some cases, because I was using the cobble from down there to place my floors, because that was the easiest thing to do. So I was just very curious why it was, and that I think that was the event that got me thinking, well, how does spawning work? Why am I getting surprised in an area that I built? Oh yeah, Sailor Neptune, she's my favorite. Goes back decades to the original airing of the series. Yeah, I really do need to find an artist to. I do have an artist in mind, but she's extraordinarily busy nowadays, and haven't been able to pin her down for commissions. But I really want an artist to make some really cute Sailor Neptune themed stuff for the channel here, and replace the like stock art that I had found, just to feel a little bit more legit. Yeah. So yeah, Polo says, I'd have to investigate, but the game creates an invisible point and it doesn't seem to go away unless you use creative. You can get rid of structural spawn points, if you know exactly where they are. So you could technically make a copy of your world, go into creative mode on the copy, and see exactly where the spawn points are. And once you do that, you can dig 5 blocks down beneath that spawn point, wait 24 in-game hours, and then that spawn point will try to spawn another guy once you get close enough. And it won't be able to because it's up in the air 5 blocks up. And it'll say, this spawn point is no longer valid. I'm deleting it forever. And then that spawn point, once you build back up to where the spawn point originally was, make the floor look exactly the same way it was, that spawn point will no longer spawn anything. So that's a huge way to take over structures completely and make them completely safe, because most structures like wizards towers and stuff like that, they won't have the normal spawning things inside of it. Yeah, I suggested like take over a place and plant a banner or something, craft a banner, like or something to make the area safe. You can use commands. You can use commands if you are OP to like stop a certain area around you from having spawns, but it's definitely easier to you know, if you want to stay in the non-OP exploration mode and do it quote unquote the legit way, You have to know where the spawn points are through observation if you really wanted to go all in on it and then just dig those holes. It's probably going to be a pain once I start doing that, because I know there's a mage tower near my base that I'm planning to take over, I think. But I think I counted in those prefabs. You can go into the creative mode prefab editor, and you can see it just has dozens of spawn points in there. So it's interesting, because if you just take a look at that prefab editor and look at the prefabs, it shows you have to press tab and check the option to show like spawn markers or something like that. But once you do that, you can see the little boxes on the ground. Okay, I've got 41 minutes. I didn't want to be caught out there in the cold at nighttime, so I just hopped back to my base here to drop things off. To figure out where I'm going to put these crystals. Probably put them in here for now. I've got 22 hides. That's fantastic. We'll get those cooking. And Zunjo. Don't think I have any need to do anything in there, but I do have to get some wood, I think. What do I have in here for wood? I've got hardwood and a lot more hardwood. Do not want to use the golden wood at all. Sear logs are also for teleporters. Maybe the deadwood? I'll burn some deadwood. That's fine. Vintage Story I've heard good things about. I do not have the time to invest in multiple games, unfortunately, at this point. One of the main reasons I want to play this game specifically right now is because it's not fully released yet. It feels like I'm a programmer by trade, so I know about like programming, bug fixing, debugging, all that sort of stuff. So part of it is this game lets me find things that are broken and submit bug reports, and it feels like I'm helping improve the game by doing things like that. Yeah, it's definitely not a money reason why I'm not playing Vintage Story or anything like that. But, you know, if things kind of get to the point where I'm streaming more regularly, I'm trying to get a schedule going now, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday around this time. And then who knows when, Saturday and Sunday. But I want to eventually put a little bit more variety in the stream as well, where I do play other games, give other games a try. I've got like a Steam library of hundreds of games. I've got the Epic, what is that called? The Epic Store, the Epic Games Launcher. I don't know what it's called. And they give a free game like every week. So I've got dozens and dozens of games that I got for free through that I've been wanting to give a try. But like, again, real life has been kind of the limiting factor in most cases. But, you know, it is what it is. And now I have an excuse to play some games and spend some time with some cool people. So why not? All right. Now that it's daytime, I'm gonna check on these trees. Oh, look at them go. This one's not doing anything. Is this? I wonder if this is the 3-day tree. Because these three over here are definitely growing decently. Yeah, it's why I mean Amazon Prime every now and then I think it has like here's 20 free games. So yeah, it is a wild amount. Like I don't even know how people can play that many games. I have exactly the amount of essences of ice that I need. That's perfect. So now I need fire and thorium. And I'd be willing to bet my hides I might be able to make another piece of armor. Let's see, gloves. I can make adamantine gauntlets. I don't think I can make pants because I need the cinder cloth. So I'm gonna make some gauntlets as well. Yeah, I'll have to give it a try. I've been hearing really good things about it. Vintage Story. It seems like games like this are starting to get kind of popular in terms of people coming out with new stuff, which is cool. Heavy leather can go back in here. This is almost full. I'm gonna need to bring some cobblestone, I think, with me. You know what? I'm gonna bring my horse up north so I can retrieve that teleporter and get back to... Oh, actually, should I? Because I think I could just go to the devastated lands up there, and then I won't have to worry about it. Because if I bring my horse up there to the devastated lands, that horse is going to die, or I'm going to lose it. I just know that. Definitely do not want to lose a third or fourth horse at this point. Okay, I just noticed too that what happened up here? I've got both things going? That was weird. Okay. I'm not gonna overthink it. That was just something strange. I will make some arrows though. I do need some more sticks. But for now, 192 should be plenty up there. Got 9 repair kits. I've got everything else that I kind of need for that area right now. I'll make one more apple pie while I'm at it. Craft. There we go. Now I've got a full stack of apple pies as well. And I think I'm good. Farming games like Minecraft, Stardew, Harvest Moon are my favorite genre. I do love those games. I haven't had much of a chance to play them, especially at their height of popularity. But they do certainly tickle a certain part of my brain that really enjoys that cozy, vibe. Although, to be fair, I had never played Stardew Valley before. Oh, 4 a.m. get up time. That is torturous. Well, thank you for stopping by. It is always good to see you, and I'll keep an eye on those trees for you, and I'll make a video about it if they do fully mature while you're gone. Oh, and I am on fire. That's embarrassing. Okay, now I'm trying not to die running down this mountain. There we go. Yeah, I hope that works out. I think it'll be really helpful. Let's see, sliding into... I could just fall into the water maybe? Do you think that's... I don't want to do that. I'm just here for the map. Where am I? I need to go up here. That's where I need to go. And we'll just select that location. That's way up there. How far down is it? I'm just going to gather some ice while I'm at it. All right. All right, have a good night. Whee. All right. So we're going to brave the frigid waters to go to the devastated lands. There we go. We just got to go north. One thing I'm very much looking forward to is an ocean update. It's gorgeous down here. Like, I really want to explore the water. Of course, probably obvious with Sailor Neptune being my favorite Sailor Moon character. Water is one of my happy places. But, is that a temple over there? No, I don't. Maybe. I'll check that out later. But, like, it's so gorgeous. I see there's like a scuba set or something. Oh, that is a whale. Hello. Humpback whale. Fantastic. There's a scuba set that keeps you underwater longer. There's also some, like, plants that give you air while you're under there. But there's barely any hostile creatures in the ocean. Like, even the sharks and stuff don't attack you, from what I understand. I don't even know if these snapjaws attack you. I've just been avoiding them because they look nasty. Let's see. This devastated lands is super barren. This is looking more fruitful. So we'll see how that kind of pans out. But swimming through the ocean's also nice because every now and then you get some memories of the various fish that you encounter. I love the torch underwater effect. That's very realistic. While I'm out here, I might as well take that off, because that's very silly. Okay, still in the northern lands here. And then I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get up there. Probably just have to pillar my way up. I keep hearing sounds. Frost gills. Okay. Another thing that I can't wait for is boats. I'm sure a lot of people are waiting patiently for boats. That is a lot of lava. That is a wild amount of lava coming out of that mountain. Why? Well, I guess that's why it's so red, right? Wow. Okay. What am I seeing here? The big devastated lands, which is great, but what do we need in here? This looks like a structure to check out. So I'll put that there. This is a gold pile at the bottom of a volcano. But I don't think I need to go there right now. Create another map marker here as well. For now, we'll kind of see how that turns out. A couple points of interest. Is one of the things that I do like about this game. more than Minecraft is the variety of structures that kind of spawn throughout the world. It feels more lived in and ancient for some reason, even though, like, you know, Minecraft's got things like the ancient city, which arguably one of my favorite places in the game, if not favorite places to avoid at the same time. But just lore-wise, it's one of my favorites. What is this? I have to come over here. What is this rock? It's just sand stuff, right? Yeah, what? That is a weird, that is a weird spawn. A weird world building spawn next to all this lava. Gorgeous. And of course, if I go third person, my camera dips below the water if I look up at all. This is just an unfathomable amount of lava, though. It's wild. That's another thing that I'm looking forward to, is them improving the lava physics and the water physics. Because right now it just looks like, you know, a static blocks of lava glowing, right? I'd love to see a little bit more flow to it. I would love to see, I don't know, just there's something missing about it. Okay, here we go. Jumping up the devastated land slopes. And I see my first guy, a wraith. Let's see if he makes his way over here. Oh, he's on fire. Gosh, if I could hit him, that would be nice. There we go. Cinder cloth, 5 fire instances, not too bad. I got almost all the fire instances I need technically for that upgrade, but we're gonna get a bunch more, I think, while we're here. Some adamantite might be nice to get as well while I'm in the area. And not falling to my death would also be very nice. Just a couple from that. That's not too bad. I see a guy over there. That is... See, that's what I'm talking about. You jump around in here a little too much, and those holes will kill you. Alright, I need to be third person so I can actually see where my feet are going. And we'll let this guy come to me. There we go. Let's see if I can get this guy. I cannot. Does he like carrots? I doubt a skeleton horse enjoys eating carrots and is tameable, but you know. There's a rhino toad down there too. Well, that means we abort that mission. Do not want that rhino toad at all. There is a big area over here. That'll be a nice place to go. I did not create that marker. There we go. Okay. Less worrying about the skeletal horse that really doesn't want to be my friend, and more worrying about staying alive, because it is relatively easy to die in this area, especially when there's so much lava. Okay, what do we got here? climb up this ridge, I think. We have a structure. Oh, this is... Okay, that is a place to go. I'm gonna go up there soon, but I want this silver first. I don't remember what silver is useful for, but when I see it in abundance like this, I can't resist grabbing a bunch. Especially when it doesn't take terribly long. That is a cool... I just have to admire this a little bit. That is a cool cave. I really love the lighting in this game. You got this eternal fire forest next to just the starkest contrast of the dark ores and stuff like that. It's stunning. Okay, first person view so I don't die. And I think we're just gonna kind of pillar up here. And where am I? Can come over here, duck down a little bit. Got an archer above my head, which would be good to avoid because they can hit me down into the lava. Now we're safe enough. We got a gunner there. Right? No, that's an archer. Okay, perfect. This is one of the areas I definitely want to be. Oh. And there's going to be stuff to my right, I'm guessing, soon. We'll see. Oh, we got a mage up there. Nice. Wondering what other memories I'm going to get. Oh, there are so many of them. I wish I had bombs. That's alright. Let's see. Can I come over here? Are you going to start shooting at me? Oh, what's... Okay, now I'm hearing things. Oh, is it shooting from below? Yeah, there we go. The AI is not the smartest in this game right now. Use a bunch of arrows. Yes, okay. I like to be smart and strategic when it comes to fighting things. I guess I could go down there and fight them now, but I'm just using arrows. It's not a big deal. Okay. I'll get that guy later, when I can get closer to him to get his memory. So I doubt I have that yet. Burnt skeleton alchemist discovered. Okay. That must be that guy with the green glow. Is he coming for me now? Okay. Oh, hi. Oh, you are literally an alchemist. Okay. Ow. Okay. Oh, that was unfortunate. I hit the wrong button. I meant for a right click, and I accidentally left clicked on my daggers. Okay. Well, that's exciting. I'm in a completely different devastated lands. Nowhere near where I was. That alchemist was... I've never seen one of those before. That is a very frightening enemy. I am in a different village right now, though. Much safer than the one I was just in. So at the very least, I can continue up here if I want. I didn't lose a ton of stuff. But I don't think there's like an easy way for me to get back there, because it's like, that's way north, I believe. I can't even see the marker here, to be fair. This is like down near my base, which is down here. And that was way up here. Okay. Gotta recollect my bearings here for a second. Do I try to run back and get my stuff? I don't think it's worthwhile. I still have a bunch of cinder cloth. That I still have my teleporter. I think that's all I can really do right now is to just leave it, because it's going to despawn before I get up there. That's a bummer. Oh well. You try to be careful. You think you're fighting a mage, and then you're fighting something that is way more different than you ever thought it was. Oh, hello. Didn't know you could get up here. There you go. Now, had I had my apple pie active at that point, I probably wouldn't have died. Alright. Now we're getting serious here. If I can climb up here, I will. And he came back down for me? That was nice of you. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna just kind of raid this village and get the cinder cloth here. I'll have to go back up there and try to get some more exploration done. That zombie chicken. Good source of light hides are these undead things. These undead chickens, pigs, and I think the cows as well drop light hides. So if you are opposed to attacking bunnies and can hold off a bit, the area up here is an okay spot for that if you can find enough of them. Okay, I think I got everything. No, there's a guy over here. There we go. I'm pretty sure I have enough cinder cloth now. I'm also pretty sure that I have enough fire essences. And here is some adamantite I missed on my first run through this zone. Rather nice vein of it. It just keeps going. There we go. Okay. Let me get my bearings here again. Village, spawn point, that's where I need to get to. It's over here to get back to my base. And then I can go further south and get my thorium that I needed. And then I should be good for upgrading some stuff. It's safe to go that way, I think so. Don't need to worry about the floating skull. What? Who's there? Sure. There we go. And we're going down. Nice. Okay. Ooh, some adamantite right over on the edge here. I'll pick that up on my way past. This is an interesting spawn for this ore. It keeps going. I think that's everything there. Alright, let's look at the map again. Okay, I just need to go south a bit. There we go. And southwest. So that is the direction I'm going right now. Okay. So it is, I think, sunset time, so I might run into some creepy crawlies on my way back, but that's okay. No sound detected. Check your audio settings. Sometimes when I stop talking and it's nice and quiet in the stream, my streaming stuff tends to yell at me. Should just make sure to eat another pie every 6 minutes just in case. There we go. South and west. I'm not going to worry about those guys. I think I've gathered enough of the other materials at least. Oh, this is a perfect time. Again, ADHD brain. I need 2 more of the glowing things from this area. If I can see them. They are in the water. I think it's like the kelp or something like that. I need to find at least 2 more kelp, if not more, because I need more teleporters. It requires 2 kelp to create 2 teleporters. And I see one. I think it's kelp. What is it? Yeah, it's the azure kelp. I don't see any more in this pool. We'll just check out the next one. It's going to be this way. Anything? Not seeing any in that one. One has a fish in it. A pike. Nice. Let's go to the stream straight ahead. Stream has some in it usually. I haven't collected any aside from just 2 when I was initially in this area. And I don't think I collected any from the stream. So there's a couple already. Fantastic. Oh, right next to each other. Even better. Some right over here. And those guys are kind of slow, so I'll just keep moving. If I can gather enough of them, then I can create as many teleporters as I need, which I believe is just 8. Is nice and calming in this blue forest, though. I really do like this land. There's some gold. Okay. I needed the gold. A little air pocket down here. This is perfect. Alright, I think that's everything. Good. I get 16 gold ore from that. That's more than enough. That was a nice little side jaunt to get these things. So that goes to show, even when you have some setbacks here and there, sometimes you need to have a little setback to go forward faster. It's good to keep that in mind when playing a game like this, when you set your own limits and whatnot. Oh, you got these guys. There we go. I don't think I need Void Essence as much anymore, but... Ow. There we go. Get that heavy hide. Okay. Now we need to see... Where are we? I was going the wrong way, so I do have to go this way. I can just go over this hill here, avoid the spider. Okay. There's another bear. That'll be good. Just use up my special attack, make it go quick. Alright, I think I can keep going this way. I think once I sleep, I should be able to see kind of where those trees are sitting at. Ooh, I found a goat. Storm thistles, gather these while I'm here too. I see a bear down there. And a flying tentacle guy. So we're going to be a little careful here. We need some pie. And then we're going to... Get this guy from far away, because he is a nuisance and a half. And these guys are just plain old creepy. I am looking to see if I can get another Void Heart. And those tentacle guys are one of the creatures that drops them more regularly than others. The guys with the big swords also drop them pretty frequently. So we'll see if we come across any of them as well. For now, we're just kind of on our way back home. This is a structure I want to explore at some point. It is a big underground necropolis. Let's see, Warp Temple Base. That's where I need to go. Okay, that's just you guys. Okay. Avoid the holes in the ground. admire the sky. Nice calming evening. So I approach my home. Okay, yeah, these are definitely growing. Where is the other one at? It is still kind of short. I'm going to check underneath there maybe in the morning if it doesn't grow again. Because I do have an inkling that there is some stone right underneath it. Just sleep a little first. Okay. Yep, it's got to be. So, just coming through here. Let's see what we got. It's not too terrible, honestly. But it could have relatively deep roots. So I'm just going to get rid of those. Come back up here and see what happens. All in the name of science. This is unique. Yeah, welcome. This is Hytale. It is a newer game, still in pre-release right now, and a lot of fun with what you can do in this game. I'm gonna smelt some stuff in my furnace here. I think I'm gonna need some more fuel though. I think we'll take some petrified logs on that and pop those in there. Perfect. Okay, and then I need to figure out thorium next. That's probably going to be next time, because I have two... No, those are emeralds. Never mind. Silly me. I always get those mixed up. Do I have emeralds in two different chests? I do. There we go. I have 6 thorium right now. Okay. I might have enough... What do I need here? I need my heavy leather, so I'm going to go to my tanning rack. I do have some there already. Get these other ones going, and we're going to get the gold going over here. Let's see. Now I can make my legs, and now I have full adamantite armor. Which is fantastic. And this is what it looks like when I don't have it hidden. Which does look pretty epic. But I do like seeing the flavor of the character. I mean, you go through character creation and then you get cool arm and then it covers up everything that you customized. I'm glad that they put that into the game. Where you can actually hide the various slots. Okay, I've only got 22 cinder scraps right now. 3 more for that, probably 3 more for this, and I'm guessing for the others as well. And 3 more for this. So really I've got plenty of scraps. Just need more heavy leather for the rest. I think I'm going to craft an adamantite shield while I'm at it. I don't know if there's a difference at all, but at the very least, it matches. So now I've got this cool shield, which really matches the red motif that I have going on here. Okay. That being said, I don't need my copper shield at all anymore. I do have a couple trophy pieces of armor now that I can put into my trophy case, which is really just a way of saying I have a chest specifically for those pieces of armor. This I can upgrade, so I'll do that as well. So now I can produce how many? I have 5 lesser health potions, a bunch of berries, only a few mushroom caps, but a bunch of blood leaves. I've got almost enough. If I had 2 more mushroom caps, I could make enough of these to make my totem, I think. Which is over at this station here. Oh, I need the thorium as well. So honestly, I should probably count that up. I need 20 thorium for that and 19 more. So 39 more thorium will get me where I need to be. And that's not going to be something for tonight. That'll probably be something that I get done on Friday. However, I do have enough for my teleporters. I got 0 logs, 0 kelp, and stone. I think it'll use the volcanic rubble I have in here and the calcite. I want to use the calcite, so let's get some other stone. Cobblestone. That sounds good. Pull that back in. You can kind of force it to use what you want. So I have 2 already. I need 6 more. So 1, 2, 3. That'll be all the teleporters I need then. Perfect. So now I can kind of start leaving a few of them around here and there. If I go to a devastated lands, I will have no problem just plopping in a teleporter there. So when I die again, if I die again, I probably will. At least I will be able to get back here and then teleport out there without any issues. So that will be nice. So that was a big thing to get over. And then the rest of the kelp I can save. Raw chicken can go in here. What else can we kind of store away? As I click-clack my way through my inventory. There we go. One more little bit of ore. And then my kelp can also hop in here. There we go. Just running back and forth here. And the silver goes really fast. Okay, excellent. Lastly, let's check our supply of things over here. I think I've got plenty. What does this need to upgrade? Dark wood, which would be cedar, which is something I'm going to have to find. Going to have plenty of chilies and tomatoes from my harvest. So I think I'm going to go do that now. There we go. Feels like these are all ready to harvest here. It's nice and easy. A whole bunch of mature chilies as well. There we go. A couple eternal bags of stuff too. That's nice. Let's see. Now, I can go and double check to see what other seeds I want to get. I think the chili seeds are going to have to sit for a while, or the chili plants and the tomato plants. because I want to be able to plant pumpkins so I can get the essences back from them. They are the biggest one I've got so far. So I think I'm going to do that. We'll just do 200 pumpkins. And this is where it gets out of control. Because that's going to be a lot of pumpkins. There we go. Welcome to the stream, Michael. Hopefully you're having a good evening so far. You're just about tying things up here right now for the night. Getting a little bit relaxed on my side. I want to be able to wind down a little bit after this before bed. But it's been a pretty productive evening so far. I did die once though. But in death, it sent me somewhere else that I apparently needed to be instead. And I got what I needed from the other place. Did not anticipate to run into a skeleton alchemist though. That was lobbing exploding poison potions at me. But you live, you die, you learn. Okay. Seed plants go in here. These guys go here. And honestly, I have so many pumpkins right now. 320. We're gonna just get a bunch of these. And then 20. So it begins. My hoard of greater essences of life starts here. Okay. I think I'm going to put my sickle into this container. This one can get sorted. That should be all set. What else do I need to check really quick? I think we're okay. Now, if this works anything like Minecraft, all the stuff that I lost in those devastated lands should still be there because I'm very far away from them. So in theory, I will be able to go there later, maybe next time, and see kind of what's going on there. So I'm interested in seeing what happens there. These trees I don't think are going to be growing anymore. This might be the final stage of all of them. I do really like the pattern that they grew into, which is really nice. I'm wondering if this tree is stunted because of the trees next to it. Because this one should be like these ones over here. And honestly, if that is the... I mean, these ones spawned naturally when world generated. So they are pretty close to the other trees. So, I mean, theoretically, this one should also grow. I'll leave it for now. I'll see what happens. Maybe next time I log on, they will have grown completely, and we will be pleasantly surprised. But for now, thanks everybody for joining. I'm really glad you were able to stop by. If you enjoyed this, give me a follow. I post clips on my TikTok every now and then. And I also am streaming on Twitch and all the other places, I guess. I don't know. There's only 3 that I know of for sure that I am familiar with. And this is going to all of those. So if you're curious what else I have out there, over on the Tube of Views site, they have a bunch of archives of the past streams where I go over my progress in this world, if you're really curious. But I am happy to have folks in the audience here, and I'm really happy that folks have been able to stop in and chat for a bit today. So With that out of the way, have an excellent rest of your evening, everybody. I will be back on again on Friday around the same time, and I hope to see some of you there. Take care, everybody. Bye.